This is the most brutal episode of Educating Essex ever.
What? It's not my face to say.
Hello, you gorgeous donut. Today we're going to be watching one of the wildest episodes of Educating Essex I've ever seen. For the people that have never seen this show before, it's basically a documentary where a camera crew follow teachers and students around Passmore Academy and kind of just document the dramas and their lives. I mean, when you put it like that, a camera crew following school children around, it doesn't sound the best. But one thing I need to tell you before we get into this episode, the girls are absolutely evil. And you're gonna see. Let's just get into it. So the episode starts off with us getting introduced to the two most popular girls in school, Carrie and Ashleigh.
People actually do think we look stuck up. People really think we're better than anyone else, but we don't.
Oh my god, they are absolutely terrifying. These girls would have ruined my life in school, I think. They would have pretend to like us, then took us into a bush and made us have a vape. I really wasn't the coolest guy in school.
They'd like to think they are the popular girls.
Shut up!
Most of them just expect boys to fall at their feet.
Not me though. Every single time I see them, I fucking drop kick them. Get out! You're not popular in my world, love. The show then cuts to the first lesson, which Carrie is disrupting.
Area of a circle is...
What is pie? Where did it come from?
That's actually a genuine question. Where did it come from? Right? 3.142, what does that even mean, really? It is actually funny because when do you ever use pi when you leave school? Have any of yous ever in your entire life went, thank God I know what pi means in this situation? No, you haven't.
You're here to work, you're here to learn maths, yeah?
I'm just really hyper.
I don't care.
I sometimes feel really sorry for secondary school teachers. They spend a lot of their years studying one subject, being a master in that subject, and all they want to do is just teach the youth about that subject, and they just get treated like utter shite. But what even is this? I don't even get it. Why are you even teaching us about this? Idiot. Carrie and Ashleigh then talk about the biggest fight that they've ever had.
7 months, then we hated each other. Yeah, and then never spoke. I was like, why did we even fall out? She was like, I don't know. We just started laughing.
Wait, what? So you hated each other for 7 months, but you didn't know why? How? How do you get into that situation? You're walking down the corridor, just... Wait, what? Wait, why did I do that? Surely you would know why for 7 months. And it's interesting that they asked them that question because it's foreshadowing something that happens later in this episode. You're gonna have to wait for that. One thing that is weird about this specific episode of the Educating series is it actually follows them when they go home. It follows Carrie and Ashleigh when they're in their bedroom. And Ashleigh is trusting Carrie to dye her hair.
If it goes wrong, I'll actually hate you. You ever dyed someone else's hair before? No. I've dyed my own hair. That's harder.
Ashleigh must really like this girl because to trust her to dye your hair when she's never done it before is so much trust. Why are they filming this? This is so strange that they've asked to be in their bedroom and film them do this. It's now the next day and we find out that Ashleigh is actually in top set for science and she sits next to her ex-boyfriend in science. He's called Brad.
Fluorine has... How the hell do I know that?
Oh my god, look at that trim. That is some sort of gothy Bieber trim going on right here. This guy has seen some shit. I guarantee this guy's playlist is just full of Ollie Sykes.
Fluorine has...
19,
protons.
9 and 19.
If I don't want you to tell me...
Did you see who that was? Just quickly. It's the GOAT! Vinnie! If you don't already know, we did a previous Educating Essex episode which was centred around Vinnie, and Vinnie is the GOAT of this season.
19
If I don't
again.
want you to tell me, because you ain't going to be telling me in the test, hush your gums, blood.
I can see why they're not together anymore. She clearly got the ick. Hush your gums, blood. Straight out of Top Boy, that one. I'd give him all me money if he asked us in the street. Apparently Ashleigh was actually in love with Brad when they were together, and you can see the way that Brad interacts with her. He clearly still likes her, which you're gonna see later in this episode. Kind of turns out to be a little bit toxic. Ashleigh's actually asked by the camera crew if they're gonna get back together, and she says no. But you can tell that Brad is keep trying to put the feelers out. He's trying to keep making her laugh and impress her.
Nah, blood. I'm not reminiscing the past.
That slang doesn't, why? That does not suit him at all. Why is he putting that voice on? Look at her face, she's not feeling it. She doesn't like the blood. This guy is from Essex, not South London. We then find out that Vinnie is actually Brad's best mate, and in the next lesson, Vinnie confronts Ashleigh about her relationship with Brad, and if they're gonna get like back together.
But you are boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, you don't understand.
Wait, so you've told him yes, so he thinks...
No!
I love how, like, just the universal time to chat is when you're, like, sharpening your pencil. Like, she's at the bin sharpening her pencil. That's where all the chats go down. The most important chats of the day. I'm glad that's, like, a universal thing in schools.
It's nothing to do with you, so I don't actually...
You wouldn't have told me then,
nothing to do
innit?
with you, so you don't have to get involved.
I think it's really interesting how Ashleigh reacts here, because that was kind of a simple question, like, are you back together? I know it's a little bit intrusive, but it is his best mate, so I think he's well within his rights to ask, why did I have a voice break during a serious moment? Oh. So that tells me that something is not quite right between them both. Like, I don't know if there's some drama there that we're going to see later in this episode, possibly. By the way, I've just thought, this is top set maths, and before, Carrie didn't even know what pi was, and they're in year 11. How is this the top set? If this is the top set, I'd hate to see the bottom. Were they like me? Were they just colouring in? That's what I was doing in maths. Colouring in and playing the elf game. Please say you've played the elf game. You probably didn't. They just give that to the ones they kind of given up on. Yeah, you just play the elf game. Count how many elves are in that section. There you go. Now, this is where the episode's drama starts to really get ignited. Carrie and all of the girl group just suddenly stop talking to Ashleigh out the blue. Like, nothing happens. We don't get told anything. Ashleigh doesn't get told anything. But when she goes to sit with them at lunch, none of them speak to her.
Carrie and a group of the girls are gossiping, and they've stopped talking to her.
Oh, that's so horrible. Like, she's sitting on the same table as them, and no one's speaking to her. She's just on her phone, and they're all, like, whispering in each other's ears. That is, like, the most isolating feeling. That's like evil. That's like really, really horrible. I'd rather you just punch us in the face than like whisper about us. Just straight there, right there, give us a dig, and then we're over it.
That was jokes. Everyone, it's like Slate Ashleigh Day, I swear.
Wait, so when she's left, even her own friends are saying, that was hilarious, let's all slate Ashleigh. But like, she's not in on the joke. Like, it's funny if you're all taking the piss and, like, everyone's laughing at it. But when that one person who is the victim isn't actually in on the joke, that's where it's just cruel. You're not laughing with her, you're laughing at her. Especially when that's your friend. I would hate to see how you treat people who are not your friends. I feel like when girls fall out, it's a lot deeper than when lads fall out. Like, if lads fall out, a lot of the time they might have a fight or, like, and it's all physical. Whereas with girls, I feel like it's a lot more mentally draining. Like, I feel like girls from a younger age are just more, like, aware of their emotions. They're just kind of more emotionally intelligent. I feel like they know how to manipulate other girls into making them feel a certain way about someone. Like, they know how to isolate someone so much more than what a lad does at that age. After this, like, none of the girls come up to Ashleigh and tell her what's the matter, so she's just sitting by herself, but she is actually welcomed into another group by somebody she knows.
We accepted her fine. I don't change my opinion on her. Still my mate, so I'm going to stick by it.
That's actually so sweet by this lad, because a lot of the time in school, like, if there's a rumour going around about someone, like, a lot of people kind of jump on the bandwagon, and for, like, this lad to be like, you know what, it doesn't change what I think about her. Of course, she's my friend, I'm going to be there for her. He's, like, one of the most mature people I've seen in any of these educating videos ever. He doesn't care about the bandwagon, he just wants to make sure an actual human being doesn't feel sad. Also, like, I would just prefer if, like, I have done something for you to just tell us to my face, and then we can have a row about it, or we can just have an argument, or we can talk about it. But at least I know where I stand. At least I know what I've done. If you just ignore me and just don't tell me and just act off with this, that just makes my anxiety so much worse, and, like, it never gets sorted. The problem only grows and grows and grows. Ashleigh then walks into our next lesson, and all of the girls from our group are actually in this lesson, but all of them ignore her. Nobody comes up to her still. So she still doesn't know what she's done, and we don't know. What has this girl done in the space of like 10 minutes that's made her evil?
She can't take us while you're ignoring her. She can't.
No, I believe she actually can. Like, you're her friendship group, you're not speaking to her. I feel like she's well within her rights to be like, oh, hey, why are you not speaking to me then? I think that's probably quite a fair question.
Everybody knows something. Is that this secret everyone knows? And you're not allowed to know nothing about it. You piss me off and they're like sitting there texting.
Like, even the way this girl, before just telling her friend what everyone is saying about her, she looks over to, like, the other popular girls as if, like, Should I tell her? Like, as if she needs, like, their permission. Like, just come out with it. Just say it if this person's really your friend. Ashleigh then decides to confront Carrie directly, which I think is the right decision. Like, attack the source.
In the cafe at lunch, it was like everybody knew something and I didn't. Is it something about me or something? What?
I think she's handling this, like, really maturely. Like, she hasn't come over, like, said anything bad about Carrie, hasn't, like, came in, like, a kind of, like, aggressive manner. She just sat down, asked her politely, what have you been saying? I just want to know. So this is like a direct opportunity for Carrie to kill this dead. Just tell her and then they can talk about it and squash it.
No, it's not my place to say.
What do you mean it's not your place to say? So it's your place to say it to everybody else but her? You can't say it's not your place to say, but then tell the entire school, not tell the actual person it involves. Also, if you're going to like chat shit about someone and then they confront you about it, don't shit the bed. Like, tell her. The fact that she's laughing, like, that's actually quite evil. Like, unless the thing that has happened is directly impacted her and how she feels, she hasn't really got a leg to stand on here. I really hope it's not something serious, because I am defending Ashleigh, but if Ashleigh has, like, murdered Carrie's parents, then I feel like I'm going to come off a little bit weird in this video. We're going to have to wait and see if we ever find out what the actual issue is here.
What?
That girl's soul is darker than her eyeshadow. Christ. And that's dark. She never raised her voice there once. Like, what? These people are meant to be her friends. She literally trusted this girl yesterday to dye her hair. Now she won't utter a word to her. What has happened? Ashleigh then gets sent out of lesson and she goes to the toilet next door and kind of has a little bit of a breakdown and cries. And the teacher follows her to see what the issue is. It's so hard for Ashleigh because she can't actually tell the teacher what's wrong. She's like, everyone's just got an issue with this, but I don't know what I've done. Like, I can't actually tell you what the issue is here to get it fixed. Like, I've tried to fix it, but no one's telling me. At this point, surely the school or like a teacher steps in and like as like a neutral thing and talks to the girls like one-on-one to find out what the issue is here. Because Ashleigh clearly needs a little bit of help here. And whilst Ashleigh is outside talking to the teacher, some of her friends react to her new BBM status.
Her BBM status. Can't fucking trust anyone. Where's Ashleigh?
Oh my god, remember BBM? Oh my lord, the actual drama that used to partake on that site. My lord. Like, it was so intense. Like, I remember if you were speaking to someone for like a day, they'd be like, can you put me initials in your bio? Can you do it and put them in that? I'd be like, no! That's so intense. We're not there yet, love. Get away.
Did you just cry with his pal?
Do you know if your mate is crying next door, surely if you've got any empathy, you just kind of stop whatever's going on and be like, should we just like kind of squash this? None of them went out to speak to her. None of them, since she's returned to the lesson, have decided to like say sorry or even just speak to her. These really are the worst girls we've ever seen in one of these educating videos. And it's funny because the producers then interview other people from the school and they also say that the girls in this school are genuinely horrific. Like, all they do is try to ruin each other's lives, and I can see that. It's crazy.
They could bitch for England, the girls in our school. I swear we have got.
That's such a funny status. They could bitch for England. I need to see that competition. Like, that would be the best thing. Why is that not on television? That would revive television. Just quickly, I want to stop this video to say, if you haven't already pressed the subscribe button, do consider doing it. You'll have loads of videos like this to binge watch when you're bored, and you'll be part of the Donuts, the best corner of the internet. We're the best community on YouTube, it's fact. It's now the next morning, and Brad, Ashleigh's ex, is actually in trouble before a lesson even starts for the funniest reason.
Ashleigh's ex-boyfriend Brad arrives at school. He finds himself in trouble.
By the way, this is hilarious. Who is allowed to wear white Air Forces to school? I've never seen a school where that's okay. We weren't even allowed black Air Forces in our school. This guy's walking out looking like Michael Jackson.
Because I drew some fucking proper detailed cock on a table.
How'd you do that?
For that.
What? Sorry. Why did he have to, like, say the word detailed? Like, why didn't you just say, oh, I drew a cock and balls? I drew a really detailed cock. A really veiny girth. Like, bro, why was it detailed? What does that mean? What do you mean you don't know why you did it? I feel like if you just draw, like, you know, like a cock and balls, like, you might be like, I don't know why I did that. But detailed, that kind of infers that you've put effort into it. Like, there's a little bit of shading in there, maybe there's a little bit of colour. We then find out that Ashleigh has actually took this day off school because she's ill. We find this out because a mum actually works in the school office and she says that she's really worried about her. Now, I obviously don't think that she is actually ill. She's probably just taken a day for herself because yesterday was really intense. But if you've made someone feel like they can't come to school the next day, I feel like I would feel really bad. Like, that's bullying at that point. She's scared to come to the place where she should feel the safest. I've actually been in this situation before where I've been scared to go to school, and I actually took a few days off school because of someone in like an older year who was like bullying me. And it's the worst feeling because you feel like you can't tell anyone. It's such like an isolating feeling for some reason. Like, it's interesting that her mum said that she put a uniform on and then she went, I've been sick, I'm gonna go back to bed. So she clearly aimed to like come to school, but right at the last second, that anxiety, that overwhelming feeling was probably too much for her, and she was like, I can't do this. But the show still hasn't told us what the root of this issue is. Like, apparently even the teachers know, and they're not doing anything about it.
She might not be here because of the rumours and things that are going around. I mean, that would put anyone off coming into school, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Because we don't know what the fucking rumours are. How can we know if that would put anyone off coming to school when you don't tell us what they are? My lord. We're in the same boat as Ashleigh. We then find out what the rumour could be.
Brad and best mate Vinnie have just heard a rumour that Ashleigh's been linked to another boy. He's threatening to take the boy on in a fight.
Sorry. Wait, okay, right. First part. So we've kind of got a little bit of a branch here to work with. So apparently she's been with another boy, but she's single, apparently, in her eyes. So that's fine. Secondly, why do you want to fight the boy? That's just embarrassing. Don't fight him. What does that achieve? Like, well, the winner gets Ashleigh? That's not gonna happen, is it? Like, what is this? Like an American chick flick? Get your fucking dirty hands off my woman, man. Like, what? To be fair, I would not want to fight Brad. He uses too many, like, bloods and fams. I just feel like he would really show me a terrible time. One of the teachers, Miss Conway, actually decides to take Brad away to just kind of talk to him and just calm him down. They have a conversation and she kind of tells him like, look, there's no need to try and batter this kid. But I don't think she really believes that he's calmed down enough, so she puts him in isolation away from everyone. Now, I said at the start of this episode that I believe Brad still really likes Ashleigh, and I feel like this proves it. Like, he's willing to have a fight with another person because apparently just off a rumour they've been together. Like, this might not even be true, but just off a rumour he wants to fight him. He's clearly still in love with her, but obviously Ashleigh said that it's never gonna happen. And since Brad has been put into isolation, this is only just like pissed on the fire of all of the rumours. The rumours are just getting bigger and bigger now within the girls.
Because he's going mental about it. Oh, Vicky, do you know why he's isolated? He's actually going mental about it.
Like, look at the way Carrie carries that information. Like, she's been told like a really deep thing that like Brad's really upset about this, and without hesitation, without thinking about how her best friend will be feeling and Brad, she just goes and spreads it whilst laughing. She clearly lacks like any empathy, and like I just would not want to be friends with someone like that. I can't believe how quick she's turned on her friend.
Apparently he's isolated, just people going mental about it. God, everyone's going back.
Has anyone thought about your friend that just hasn't turned up to school today? Anybody got a thought for her? The show then progresses 3 days and Ashleigh still hasn't turned up for school. I actually feel so bad for her because she's in year 11. Like, this is the most like pivotal year of like arguably her life, where she's going to decide what avenue she wants to go down. And like, something as stupid as this could actually have a major impact on like the rest of her life, because she might not be focused on her exams, she might not be focused on what she wants to do after she leaves school, all because of this going on. Something that can be solved so quickly. The show then progresses a few more days after that and Ashleigh actually returns to school for the first time. This situation doesn't seem that bad if you're older and you're outside of school, but when you're in school, situations like this are so intense because that's your entire world. So she goes to like her after school revision session, and this is the first time we see like people interact with her, like treat her like an actual human being. Some of the girls say like they don't even know why this is a situation, like it makes no sense at all.
I text you, didn't I? I was texting you and I don't know how it started. I don't even know where it started.
It's almost like Carrie and the other girls have just kind of plucked this out of thin air just because they're kind of bored. Like, they want to make a situation just to kind of like, I don't even know, just to make their lives interesting, I guess. I guess the one positive for Ashleigh is like, you know that they're not really your friends and they'll never be your friends. Like, you don't want to be in a friendship group like that can turn on you at any second over a rumour, something that's not even like, it might not even be proven to be true. The show then cuts back to Carrie, who is in detention for missing a detention.
Carrie Schofield is probably the the most annoying of all the students, but she's the most able artistically.
It's really hard to kind of work Carrie out because obviously she's not evil. Like, you know, she's like a child. But it just seems like, I don't know what's going on at home or what, but it seems like she just doesn't treat anything seriously. Like, she doesn't treat a GCSE seriously. She doesn't treat how her friends feel seriously. Like, everything to her is just like one big laugh. And she doesn't really care what she like destroys, like, in our path, really. It's a difficult one. One thing that I'm still so confused about is Ashleigh and Carrie aren't talking, and this is ruining Ashleigh's life because Carrie's spreading all these rumours about her, and the teachers haven't stepped in. Like, this girl literally took days off school, and still the teachers haven't stepped in to kind of sort the situation. This has driven Ashleigh to the point where her herself has actually asked if she can speak to a teacher about it.
Abusive texts, abusive phone calls, and I've said, can you stop ringing me? I was like, can you not talk to me? If you've got nothing else to say to me, can you not talk to me?
Like, this is, I know, like, teachers have like a really, really tough job, and they've got like 800 students, and it's like a thankless job. Like, it's so stressful, and they work so many hours, but like, this teacher's not even looking at her. She's just doing her work, and then she's like, oh, do you want me to do anything about it? Like, that's fair if it wasn't that serious, but this is clearly having like a really negative impact on her, and like, she's missing out on days of her GCSEs because of this situation. Like, I feel like it needs attention.
Can you pass my biscuit thing on top of there?
There?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you want your biscuit, do you? Yeah, I'll get your biscuit for you. What about me mental health? Oh, you don't care about that? You just want your flapjack, do you? Enjoy it then. Go on. Can your flapjack not wait, sir? There's a woman in crisis here.
Everyone's talking about it, and it'd be far easier if they just had a conversation themselves.
I know, but that's what she's tried to do. Like, she's tried to have a conversation. She tried to nip it in the bud before it got too big, and the person wouldn't speak to her. So that's why she's asking for your help. And then you haven't really helped her at all. You just did your work on your computer and kind of half listened to her. Ashleigh then heads off to her first lesson that she's going to be with Carrie in. And in this lesson, they don't talk at all. Like, there's a couple of looks towards each other, but nothing major. But after the lesson, Ashleigh is literally sitting by herself outside of the classroom, and all of the girls are just round the corner talking about her.
Without realising what she's doing, Ashleigh joins the same queue.
I don't want to be associated with her.
Oh, that is actually awful. Oh, like, just subconsciously, she was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk with my friends, and she went, oh no, they hate me. Oh, guys, oh no, you fucking despise me, don't you? That's evil. Like, this shot here, she's just here by herself, and like all of her friendship group, like not one of them are coming over to like make sure she's okay. Like, this woman has been off school for like nearly a week, and they just don't care.
Who's still talking to her? I'm not getting involved. Yeah, it's not my problem.
Like, they're all on the table just chatting shit about her. Like, why? Why did they get off to this? Has anyone ever been in this situation in school? Because I think this would, like, give you the thickest of skins. The situation has got so big that finally Carrie has been took into a room by a teacher to talk about the situation, to talk about what's going on. So is Ashleigh by a different teacher. And now Ashleigh's just back in the group like nothing happened. Like, Carrie's friends with her again. They've just dropped it like that.
And I thought it was true. And it wasn't. Once I've calmed myself down, I should be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, really.
What do you mean you thought it was true, but it wasn't? You literally ruined this girl's life for an entire week, and it turned out to not be true. What? I'm sorry, but I would never be friends with you ever again. If I haven't done something and you've told everyone I have done it, and you've told everyone not to speak to us, I don't want you in my life.
What do you say now then when you laugh about it?
Just how silly it was and pathetic it was.
Ashleigh, okay, it's good that you laugh about it and you're over it, but you should not be friends with these people. These people are, like, hopefully they've got better with age. I imagine they have, because, like, you know, you change when you leave school. But they were very toxic to you. Like, really toxic. And you need to, like, stand up for yourself, because you deserve better than that. Like, you should not have ever been treated like that, not by your best friends, the people you trust the most in the world, the person you trusted to dye your hair.
That's what I'm like. If I fell out with someone, it wouldn't go gradually, like, talking to him. I'd just be like, 1 minute we fall out and 1 minute we're fine.
That's not a good trait, love. Oh, one day, you know, we'll fall out, I spread loads of fake rumours about them, the next day we're just pals again. It's like, oh, that's cute, isn't it? That's really nice. Wow, that's amazing. That's what friends are for. If that was me, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll be your friend. Do you want me to go and get your food, do you? Oh, you want sausage and chips, do you? There you go, love. There you go, extra gravy for you, bastard.
The stuff they did to Ashleigh, really kind of harsh, but yet she took them back as their best mates.
Oh, I feel sorry for him. He was the guy earlier that, like, helped her when none of them would speak to her. I hope she still speaks to him. Like, he was, like, the person that she could lean on. And now she's ditched him. Oh, that man is the only person that spoke sense in this entire episode. I hope he's doing well. The episode then ends with them receiving their GCSE results together, and they're clearly still friends.
Despite being unable to remember what pi is, she got a C in maths.
Bro, how did she get a C in maths when she doesn't know what pi is? She has finessed the entire system there. Maybe she, like, spread rumours about the person who marks the exam, like, blackmailed them into getting a C. I'm glad they both passed their GCSEs, and I'm actually especially glad that Ashleigh did, because, like, this situation hasn't ruined her life in a really important moment.
And the girls are as close as ever.
You got beat English.
I mean, and then the episode just ends. They're like friends again. Like, we didn't really get to see them resolve the conflict. It was just like that. Carrie decided, yeah, I'm dropping it now. I just hope that Ashleigh has got, like, a better set of friends now, and I hope the girls that treat her that way have improved themselves now they've left school. I imagine they probably have. And if they haven't, watch that episode back, please. Anyway, guys, if you want me to continue with this educating series, 4,000 likes on this video and I'll do another one. And if you want to go on a binge of the previous ones that I've reacted to, click this video right here, because I've done loads and, you know, it'll be a perfect binge night for you. Go on.